What up everyone, it's your man XManny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Target exclusive Marvel Legends Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes 60th Anniversary Black Widow Deluxe action figure review. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's go! Taking a close look at the default head, I really like the way this came out. I like how stylized the hair is. And it always surprises me, no matter how many Black Widow figures they make, they always manage to find a way to make them all look different as far as the hair sculpts go. Even the face sculpts too, except that one time they botched it with that retro series Black Widow by making her an MJ clone. That was bad. She had some like weird ass bright orange hair too. And it even looks like she's slightly cracking a smile here, and that's just different. So it's actually nice for once to kind of get a different side of Black Widow, you know what I mean? Her hair looks really good side profile wise, and the other side, yeah, I just really like the way this came out. Then taking a look at the base of the figure, the base body here, obviously she has a new diaphragm joint, but besides the articulation, right, the way the figure looks, we'll touch articulation just a bit, but just look wise, man, it doesn't get any more Black Widow than this. I mean, wow, she just looks amazing. She really truly is Black Widow to the T. Now, the one thing I wish they did differently with this figure, and this is not a complaint by any means, but you know, there's always room for areas of improvement, is you see the torso area, you see those wrinkled folds sculpted throughout, but the arms and the legs are smoothed out. Yeah, I just wish it followed through aesthetically, because yeah, I know in the comics she's worn skin tight suits, you don't even see wrinkles, but on a toyetic standpoint, it just would have been nice if it all matched so it looks like she's in an actual leather bodysuit. The biker Black Widow had it, which they reused for Jelena Belova, and I actually took that figure apart because I modded it. So I have her limbs right here, and as you can see, it has the seams and the wrinkles, and I kind of wish they retooled it to make this double jointed pinless elbows and pinless legs. You know, look at those wrinkles, man. It would have looked really nice to go with this torso. You know, not a make or break for me, but I think it would have made the figure a lot more visually captivating. And as you can see closely, it's a really nice sculpt. I like how the butterfly joints blend in. I like the zipper painted. I actually like that the zipper is off to the side. And you got the reused Shriek arms. You see the inverted ab crunch right there. Her belt is nicely painted with the logo on there. Well, it's just the logo that's painted, not the belt. It's just a plastic molding, as well as her Widow stingers right there, and Shriek legs and Shriek feet. Yeah, all that they kept Shriek. I don't have to fully cover the articulation here. You know how the Shriek arms and legs work. They didn't add the drop down legs. That would have been nice if they did it, but you know, again, that's not a make or break for me. The most important thing for the Marvel Legends female figures were the additions of the butterfly joints and the double diaphragm joints all in one mold. So to see how her head moves on this body, her head looks that far down and that far up. You're not going to get much up movement because of this hair. The other heads will vary in terms of range, left-right movement, and it does pivot. Now the butterfly joints, let me do it from this angle. They move that far forward and that far back. So it's not too bad, you know, it's not the greatest range in the world, but at least they're there. It's something. I'll take it. Definitely get more back movement than forward. And for the double diaphragm joint, you got the upper torso swivel rocker, and you have the inverted ab crunch. So she's going to move about that far forward and that far back. You know, you got the swivel right there. It pivots. You could rock it around. Now, she could have gotten a lot more range going forward, but the reason why she doesn't move forward is mainly because of this upper torso swivel. So what they did here, they didn't do a traditional ball joint that connects to the lower torso to the upper torso. They, on top of the peg, there's this squared out piece that's inserted into a very thin slot. So that squared out piece is preventing it from moving down any further. I know this because I modded it to have Jelena Belova. So because I wanted Jelena Belova on this double diaphragm joint, and she moves a lot better. Go check out my mob video for reference. So that right there, you already know whoever it is that engineered the articulation scheme did a poor job. Because let's face it, man, Hasbro Marvel Legends, they don't know how to properly execute ball joints. They just don't. There's always some sort of limit. Moving it back, you get more range on the torso than you do moving forward. So, you know, they need to balance that out. But hey, this is what we always wanted in a Marvel Legends female figures, to have a double diaphragm joint and the butterfly joints. So it's a start, you know. We can just hope that it'll improve as time goes on. Is she the first Marvel Legends female figure with a double diaphragm joint? No. Well, at least as far as Hasbro is concerned. That honor goes to Cassie Lang being the first, because as you can see, she has the upper torso swivel and the inverted ab crunch. So yeah, she can move forward and back. It's still the squared out piece at the top, so it could have had more range. Man, this bath is beautiful. Look at the eyes through the translucent plastic. All right, you know what? Let me not get sidetracked. But as far as having the butterfly joints with the double diaphragm joint in one body, then yeah, the honor goes to Black Widow, because Cassie Lang doesn't have the butterfly joints combined with the double diaphragm joint. Other than that one engineering flaw, having a squared out peg at the top, she's almost nearly perfect. And I did watch Shartimus Prime's San Diego Comic-Con Marvel Legends interview, and in that interview, Dwight Stahl did mention that he did do this double diaphragm joint, butterfly joint combo on a smoothed out blank body. So we'll see how that works. Hopefully it's not a squared out peg and it's a traditional ball joint, and from there we should be Gucci. Now for accessories, we have a lot of accessories to get through. She has this alternate head, which is my favorite out of the bunch. I think, to me personally, this is the definitive Black Widow head for Marvel Legends. Holy crap, she has that Stone Cold Killer look that I love. Like, this is Black Widow when I think of Black Widow. And she's actually, yeah, as you can see, look at the default head. The lipstick tones are different too. This is darker. Yeah, I like this one a lot more. Again, that's not to say this is a bad head. Not by any means. I still think this is nice. But yeah, this, ooh, man, this is just it right here. I like the way it flows on the back right there. It's really nice. It does have a subtle wash too on all the hairs. Prior to this release, this was my favorite Black Widow head sculpt. But now this is my #1. And wow, the face print deco really takes it up a notch for these female head sculpts. For this head, you'll get the same range as the other one with the long hair. And that's as far as it'll go back. You might get a little bit more range with this one, but yeah, that's as far as it'll go. And for her tertiary head, she has the shorter hair, and it's very stylized. Probably her most stylized look for the heads, and it looks really, really good. This head sculpt is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I just love this head sculpt, and I love how the bangs are going off to the side, covering this left side of her face. And I've heard some people comment and say that they're gonna actually cut off the bang because it's covering the beauty of her face. And well, you do what you want to do, but I'm going to highly disagree with you saying that it covers the beauty of her face, because if anything, to me, it adds to the beauty. And just so you can see the rest of the face right there, I mean, she's stunning. She's just stunning. But, you know, for me, I mean, this is different, you know? I like when they do stylized things like this for the hair sculpts, and it just adds more character. And you know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of the 2-pack Black Widow from back in the dark days. It feels like it's almost a callback, but look at the difference in 13 years. Holy crap. Adding something like this gives it some attitude. Yeah, this head sculpt is an A++ in my book. And obviously the short hair has the best range for it to look up. So yeah, it moves about that far up. Besides her fists, she has a couple of alternate hands, like these open hands. And I really don't like the fingernails being exposed through the gloves. Why didn't they give her the new style of open hands that came with Silk, I believe? And I believe they added it onto the Firestar for the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends 3-pack. I believe the new Moondragon has it too. So yeah, they should have went with those hands instead. Alright, so I had to check because it was bothering me. But here's Firestar, and you can see those are the new style open hands. And she doesn't have the fingernails. But I did check Moondragon, and they're actually different sculpted hands. New open hands, but she has the fingernails exposed through the gloves. So yeah, I think these style of open hands would have been better. And her other hands are these trigger hands that hold her guns, and you've seen these before. The one regular handgun and the silencer. And she's got the 2 blast muzzle effects to attach to them. And also the 2 smoke effects that attach to the guns as well. And then 2 alternate Widow Stingers with the blast effects attached to them. And lastly, another set of Widow Stingers with smoke attachments. Alright, that was a lot of accessories to go through, and we get about 16 accessories in total. Now my question to you is, since this is $27.99, do you think it's worth it? Because this is approaching the $30 price tag. You know, you got those collectors that'll say, hey, if Marvel Legends ever approaches the $30 price point, then I'm gonna tap out, which understandably so, right? And then you have some other collectors, like myself, who say, we don't have enough heads and hands for the $25 price point. But here, for $2 more or $3 more, we get 3 sets of heads, 3 sets of hands, and then about 10 additional accessories. So basically, would you pay or be comfortable with Marvel Legends being $27.99 and giving you 3 sets of heads, 3 sets of hands, and 10 additional accessories? Whatever those additional accessories may be. Just think about that. And I love this Black Widow. There's a lot of extra play value that comes along with it. Like, you can use her heads to serve as other characters in your collection, or just different versions of Black Widow. I used to use some of those heads that came with the Dark Phoenix 2-pack on the Retro Black Widow, and now the roles are going to reverse here because I'm going to swap some of these Black Widow heads on Phoenix. Well, not this one. She looks too nice to be on Dark Phoenix. Yeah, let's get the mean looking one here, see how that looks, because normally Dark Phoenix, her eyes are yellowed out, well, yeah, all white or all yellowed out pupils, and yeah, this one looks mean enough to be a Dark Phoenix. The other one though, however, for the Green Phoenix costume, that should work nicely. Yeah, I know the Jean Grey head that came with this one was terrible, so I think this would work real nice. This looks good too. Yeah, these heads work for both Phoenix versions. This is my model version of Mary Jane that I use, so let's just see if that head would work well for a Mary Jane. This one, where's the one with the stylish hair? Yeah, this one right here. What do you think? It might be a little too big. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Oh, this looks great if you want her in her S.H.I.E.L.D. uniform. Oh, damn, this looks really, really good. Then if you want to switch up your Gray Widow and White Widow, here you go, and this looks good. Head sits a little bit funny on this one, but still looks great. And I like the way this one looks too. It's nice. And the short hair gave me the best option for CoverGirl because I didn't want to put a blonde on it. I wanted her to be as close as possible to her original look. Oh, and one cool thing about the bangs with the short hair, you can heat it up and switch it to the other side for a different look. So as you can see, I have this one blowing to her left and this one blowing to her right. And the S.H.I.E.L.D. jetpack that came with the Grey Widow fits her perfectly. Man, I don't know why they didn't include these jetpacks with the new female S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra troopers. Missed opportunity there because you could have had one with the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo and the other with the Hydra logo on it. But yeah, there's just too much damn fun to be had with this new Black Widow figure. Now for comparisons, here is Black Widow next to the Grey and White Widow. Here she is next to the Marvel Legends Jelena Belova that I modified on this new body. Here she is next to the only other Hasbro Marvel Legends female figure to have a double diaphragm joint, the Cassie Lang bath. Wow man, another MCU bath that's 10 inches. We need comic baths that size or bigger, as 9 inches is always the max we get for the comic figures. Here she is next to some high-ranked members of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury, Maria Hill, Quake, and Dum Dum Dugan. Here she is next to the Winter Soldier. Lastly, here she is next to the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And now to wrap things up, my final rating is a 9.75 out of 10. This is definitely a mega hit for Marvel Legends, as it's showing major advancements for the female figures in the line. The long-awaited and long overdue butterfly joints and double diaphragm combo was a necessity for the females, which makes them more comfortable to pose around instead of that discomforting stiffness like before. A feature that should now be mandatory from here on out for characters that have such agilities like your Black Cats, Silver Sables, Psylocke, Electras, Spider-Gwens, and every other female spider-type characters. Was it perfectly engineered right away? No, but like most starts, it'll take some time to improve upon when they experiment on other bodies with it and such. The butterfly joints range far more backwards than forwards, but that's understandable as the female bodies tend to be more petite, so that might always be the case for them. The double diaphragm joint is okay, however, it could have been way better. They need to make the top peg a ball joint and not a squared out piece for maximum posability, which is the main reason why I didn't give it a perfect score of 10. She comes with a handful of accessories, and when I say a handful, I literally mean a handful of them. I think the price is somewhat justified here for a deluxe. Normally a deluxe is at the $30 plus price point, and this is under that. You get way more here compared to that Spider-Man 2 PS5 figure that was $35 with no extra heads nor complete sets of hands. That's why I asked how do you feel about the $27.99 price tag earlier. For a deluxe, it's a great price actually. Now, I don't want that to be the standard price tag for Legends at all, but I wouldn't mind paying it here and there for deluxes, especially when including 16 total accessories. My idea price offering for Legends at $25 is at least 2 to 3 heads in total, 3 sets of hands, and at least 1 extra effect piece if applicable to the character. I think that's fair, and this figure shows that heads and hands defines the figure. This is good shit. The extra replay value here is too damn high. This is a celebration for us Legends collectors to finally have a female figure with the butterfly and double diaphragm joint combo on one body. And our very first deluxe comic female figure offering in the line, if I'm not mistaken. I know we had a deluxe movie female figure which was also Black Widow, so I'd like to see more comic female figures getting the deluxe treatment. I was wondering how they would follow suit after Spiral's release late last year, as that to me is the greatest Marvel Legends female figure of all time. This was a very strong follow-up to feature these advancements and is a bona fide top 3 Legends figure of the year. This may very well be the first time that a female figure gets to grace the #1 spot in my overall top 10 Legends of the year list. Because right now, I think she might be my favorite Marvel Legends figure of the year. Now I kick it back to you. What do you think about this Deluxe Black Widow? Do you think it's the definitive Legends Black Widow in her classic look? Which female comic character would you like to see get the deluxe treatment next? Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. That was my review. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xmanny87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.